Yeah, completely. I don't know where to go now because we have so many things to talk about. Maybe Primoz Roglic because you mentioned Pellizzari, and we actually said in stage 15, the recap, that, well, you said he needed not to be babysitting this grandma of Roglic, and we were speculating whether Roglic, because he had a difficult day then, if he was actually going to leave the rest or leave the race on the rest day. And then here we are, stage 16, he's gone. Not quite sure what happened because well, the live broadcast didn't actually show the crash, but I mean, he's crashed a number of times, so the knocks will have definitely taken, like, accumulated a bit. Where does Roglic go from here, and where does Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe go from here as well in the Giro?
Well, Roglic goes to the Tour and
Simple.
hopes to hopes to stay upright, I suppose. How many times has he crashed in this race? Three, four? The gravel stage, the TT Recon today. Was there another one in there as well? Did he crash in the stage which Asgreen won? He might have done. That one with a huge bottleneck. I don't know. He might have. He's crashed at least three times. Yeah, so he's got to go to the Tour and hope that he's. I don't think Roglic's injuries are never like substantial. It's just like they really kind of knock him, like the abrasions and the just the little kind of chunks it takes out of him. Because obviously it makes you not on your absolute best game. So I think it was honestly, I wouldn't have been surprised if Roglic didn't start today. So I thought it was quite noble that he did. But obviously that crash was sort of the final straw, and I don't blame him for abandoning the race. Even if he could have continued, it just didn't make sense to continue in these last few really difficult days. Just to eventually drop down the GC order to like 20th in GC is just a futile use of energy. So I think it's a smart decision to leave the race, whether it was necessary or not. And in terms of where they go, I think it's just Pellizzari now, pretty much. Put some, try a little bit more in the breakaway. There's definitely, based upon today, it's possible that some breakaways might go a little bit more because Visma Lease Bike and EF Education Easy Post are the teams who are tasting blood right now, right? They are the ones who want to dethrone Del Toro. But I just don't think they have the teams to control a stage, like a big mountain stage, all the way through. That's what UAE Team Emirates has. So you might end up with more breakaways going just because those teams, Visma Lease Bike and EF, can't control. So I mean, Pellizzari, I'm not sure whether he'd be allowed to go in the breakaway because he's 4 minutes 36 down, but he could still finish top 10 in GC. So maybe somebody like Aliotti or Danny Martinez, they could try to get a stage win with.
Yeah, I agree. It's a shame Daniel Martinez, no support last year, really. Unlucky with Lipovic crashing early on and then still getting a second place. Here, okay, the caliber of riders is a bit higher this year, I think, overall. But here, it's kind of like, if you just had Daniel Martinez up there in the GC, maybe he could have snuck onto the podium or really been there because he's quite an explosive rider. So when Carapaz was going at it, yeah. But I mean, Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe are very, very unlucky. Giro, Jade Hindley out, now Roglic. So yeah, bit of a shame from them. But yeah, we might as well. The big carrot of this video, UAE Team Emirates imploding, not by themselves, obviously, but it was enforced by other teams. Like you said, they tasted blood. Ayuso, I heard a knee injury from a crash, and then Del Toro, obviously in such a unique position, still has the Mario Rossi, as you said, but yeah, stage 17 is looking very hard now with Motorola. Granted, it's not the tough side, but still tough. But he did get out of this with the Maglia Rosa, so fair play to him, to say the least. Having the likes of Simon Yates and Carapaz with so much experience, both of them Grand Tour winners, and that's what you're up against. There's kind of no mercy. And yeah, I think this was a big learning curve for Del Toro today and UAE Team Emirates because they looked so good. They were so in control before the San Valentino. It was like you've got Rafa Micah, you've got Adam Yates, everything's under control, and then Carapaz just opened the floodgates.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy, wasn't it? Blown apart by one Ecuadorian man, just on a mission from God. I was just looking at tomorrow's stage. Did I say the Mortirolo, but the rest of the stage isn't like afterwards, isn't that difficult, I would say. it depends how difficult the Mortarolo and the Tonale climb are made. But you've only got Le Motte, which is 3K at 8%. But that does crest with kind of less than 10Ks to go. Maybe you see Carapaz giving it a go, really deploying his team on the Mortarolo, make it difficult. You might see EF put a satellite rider or two up there, or Visma Lease bike as well. For Simon Yates, maybe that's a better strategy to test Del Toro on the Mortarolo, and then off of a descent when there's, a valley and kind of flatter land. It might be better to try with satellite riders. So I definitely think tomorrow might be for like a breakaway. And, if they want to make the most of every opportunity to test Del Toro, the Mortarolo is the place to do it tomorrow. But there are obviously other stages coming up. It's not just kind of stage 17. There are other stages where they could test Del Toro. And the fact that they're both within 30 seconds, I mean, UAE Team Emirates, just an absolute implosion today, like you say, with Del Toro losing time, Ayuso just completely cracking. It was just crazy to see. I don't think I've ever seen a UAE Team Emirates like this. They've always seemed so insurmountable in any bike race. But is that just a Pogacar effect? Is it once you remove Pogacar, is the team actually a little bit frail? Boy, that's gonna rustle some feathers.
I mean, they've been looking quite good with Juan Ayuso and Almeida this year in different races. But yeah, you're right. Pogacar is just like a step above everyone. And the other riders are more like in the trenches with the other top GC riders. But yeah, this is crazy. I don't know where they go from here with Juan Ayuso either. He's 17th now, behind Tom Pidcock, a fellow under-23 Giro d'Italia winner. So yeah, we're gonna have to wait a bit longer for these recent under-23 winners to win the Giro. What do you do with Juan Ayuso?
No, I have no idea.
Do you think he's going to abandon?
I don't know. No, I don't think so. Unless the pain which he might be suffering from is going to be detrimental towards future goals in the season, he would be best kept in the race to try and support Del Toro as best as possible. Or you just put him into the breakaway tomorrow if he's capable of doing it, if that's even like a possibility. But it's hard, isn't it, for UAE Team Emirates? Because now there's being on the back foot, and then there's being on the back foot. This is unprecedented. Del Toro is in a position where Carapaz and Yates are just going to want to absolutely test him at every opportunity. And UAE may have a really strong squad, but at the end of the day, it's Del Toro who needs to be the one who can face these guys. And if it's not tomorrow, then it'll definitely be in one of the following days, absolutely on stage 20. So it's really hard because you can't just say, go for a breakaway, whatever. It's like you're too far invested at this point. You have to invest in Del Toro until the point where he loses to Maya Rosa. And at that point, you're going to have to fight to try and get him back into it.